How's it going, fellow Genesis Coupe owners? Thought today I'd show you how to change a cabin air filter. This is a really easy change. Make sure to go on Amazon.com or some other website and just pick out the right size of this. It's pretty easy to check that up and figure it out. The dealer will try to charge you a fortune to install something like this, or just a lot more than the work actually is, but I think you'll see it doesn't take that much work. So the cabin air filter gets installed right here in your passenger glove box. You'll notice, and I'll turn on the light here, two clips, one on the left, one on the right. You need to remove this glove box and you'll be able to put the cabin air filter right back here. So I'm going to demonstrate that right now. Kind of the trick to getting these clips out, just lift up the glove box a little bit so it's not resting on the very bottom. Pull this tab out and then pull straight down. The tab should come right on through. Like that. Same thing on this side. Pull out, down. The tab should come on through. Pull this down. Now there's a button right here on the left. You can pull up on that button, pull this thing out, and kind of like getting a VCR tape out, you can see your old air filter coming out. Ooh, this one looks pretty nasty. This one will look much better. Okay, I pulled this out of the package. Go ahead and slide it right back in. This would be even easier to use two hands. This thing will snap in on the left, over here, push this in. And then it's just a matter of bringing these up, pushing them, pushing the clips back in. And there you have it. I'll now be able to breathe clean air in my car, and I didn't have to pay a bunch of money for the dealer to do that. Thanks.
Hi, this is Sean from MoparEcoDiesel.com, and today I have received a box from K&N. I'm going to show you something that just came out, just got released, and if you got an EcoDiesel truck, the Ram EcoDiesel truck, I'm going to show you what a really cool upgrade is. As all of you guys know, the filter, the cabin air filter for our trucks is about $30, and this filter was $39. So this is what I have. Alright, so this is the box that it arrived in, and here it is. So this is a K&N lifetime washable cabin air filter. This carries the same principle as your K&N filter you'd normally put into your air intake, and the difference is this is not red with that same oil. I don't know what they use for the oil, but this is going to be high flow, and I'll tell you why this was important for me. Alright, so this is your air filter. It's in the same type of packaging that the one for your engine comes with, but as you can see, it's not red. I don't know if it's going to be a marketing gimmick, if they are going to want you to use the different special oil, which they show here. I don't know if it's just undyed or maybe scented, or I haven't experienced that yet. Let me sniff it. Doesn't have any kind of odors. Kind of smells kind of fresh. So this is for our trucks. Now, I'll tell you what the problem was. So I ordered the original kit off of Gino's Garage, which is a good kit. It's not bad. But the filter I installed at 20,000 miles, and I promise you this, right at 40,000 miles, I started getting a squeak. A really loud squeak with my air conditioner blower. My blower motor inside the truck, and I was like, oh my gosh, it went out already at 40,000 miles? Shoot. And if I turned the fan on really high, the squeak would go away, but at low speeds it would start squeaking again. So I'm like, dang it, I put an air filter in there to help protect it. So I, pulled off into Evanston, removed the plate, pulled the filter out, and it was covered in dirt, and it was clogged up. So I went into Walmart. They didn't have this filter. They didn't have the right sizes. All the stores were closed. And when I got online at AutoZone, it was $35 for this air filter. And I was like, nah, screw that. I'm not going to do that. And I heard that K&N was releasing these for certain vehicles. And, I mean, that's pretty cool. I'm a lifetime guy. I like to have something where I can clean it and not throw something away. So I'm really environmentally conscious. So, 35 bucks is a lot of money for me to be spending on a cabin air filter. And I suffer from severe allergies, and the diesel smoke and the soot and the dirt roads that I drive on all night is really compounds of a big problem. So, so finding this was really hard, because if you get online anywhere, you look up any 04 to 2014 Ram truck, and we do have the provision for this, but it always says NA for cabin air filters for our trucks. It doesn't matter if it's a 1500 to a 4500. Every single year, no matter what parts catalog you look at, says NA, not available, or not applicable. So what I did was I did a back search on the part number for the air filter, the Wix air filter that I had. Fram actually had the best back search engine, and there's a ton of applications that use the exact same filter. And basically this is out of a Dodge Avenger. Dodge Avenger uses the same air filter for our truck, same dimensions, same part number, same everything. So look it up for a Dodge Avenger. But I'll give you an easier quick pick. Part number VF2013. So you can see that it was very recently made. 8/15/2014. Today is 8/20. So 5 days ago. So this was just barely made. This is brand new. I mean, that's how new it is. 5 days old. So there you go. 5 days old. So yeah, here's the instructions. I'll just wrap this up. This is so stupid easy. Yeah, so you can see this is a Dodge Avenger. So it has the same glove box design that we do. So you drop the glove box down. There's a little cord right here that you pull forward and it pops up. Now that's a pain in the butt. The rest is easy. Then you squeeze in on these two, and the door will drop down further. Okay, so the door will drop all the way down. You can even remove it, but you don't need to. And then inside you'll see your cutout of your cabin air filter that you installed. You can either buy that on eBay or Gino's Garage, which they're back ordered as of this date because the Ram 1500 owners are really consuming a lot of those. And then, of course, you just pull it out and then slide in your new one. Now, over here in the corner, what you don't see on the trucks is there's a panel that comes over and it kind of blocks this, so it's not as clean and easy as this install. You kind of got to force it and wiggle it and try to jimmy it in there, but it'll go in there. So I think this is an awesome upgrade. You know, for $5 more, literally $5 more to get a better filter that's cleanable and lifetime and a high quality filter, I think it's worth it. Now this is what also is worth it. So my filter was being restricted. You can hear when you slide in the Wix filter or the Fram filter, when you slide that in, the fan will actually start blowing a lot less air. There is a restriction with the paper air filter. Now it is completely evident. If anybody has seen the demonstration there in the stores at AutoZone or Napa with the K&N air filter, that is exactly what happens on your truck. And if you turn your blower motor on with your hand, if you turn the blower motor on and you put your hand there, with your other hand you slide this in at the same time, you will feel less air going through that vent. So, you know, with 20,000 miles, I drive a lot of miles. I drive a lot of dirty miles, so it's more of a problem for me. So this is going to save me a lot of money, and it's not going to impede my performance of my fan. The squeaking noise, I've had this off for about 3,000 miles, and I have not had that squeak come back at one time. So if it went right away, it was the filter. And so I need a high flow. But damn, at $30 a piece, $35 if you go to AutoZone, that's a lot of money for this stupid little air filter. I mean, our high efficiency, high trap rate filter from Mopar isn't even $30 for the outside air filter, and it's way bigger than this. That's ridiculous. So get on there, buy the VF2013 panel air filter from K&N for your Ram truck, and install it. This, I guarantee you, will be the last panel air filter that you buy. I mean, look at that. You can definitely see that it's a high flow. You know, this isn't for an engine, but there you go. My goal on this website is to save people money, make their truck work even better than what you can find out there, and help people make the right decision and hopefully make an educated decision. So thank you for my sponsors for Ram EcoDiesel, for my website. The Ram EcoDiesel community is growing and getting very large. So you can follow me on Mopar EcoDiesel.com and visit my website at moparecodiesel.com. If you have a question, I have a chat board on the back of the website. You can submit a request or a question, and maybe a community member or I can help you with it or research it and figure it out for you. So thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye.
How's it going, fellow Genesis Coupe owners? Thought today I'd show you how to change a cabin air filter. This is a really easy change. Make sure to go on Amazon.com or some other website and just pick out the right size of this. It's pretty easy to check that up and figure it out. The dealer will try to charge you a fortune to install something like this, or just a lot more than the work actually is, but I think you'll see it doesn't take that much work. So the cabin air filter gets installed right here in your passenger glove box. You'll notice, and I'll turn on the light here, two clips, one on the left, one on the right. You need to remove this glove box and you'll be able to put the cabin air filter right back here. So I'm going to demonstrate that right now. Kind of the trick to getting these clips out, just lift up the glove box a little bit so it's not resting on the very bottom. Pull this tab out and then pull straight down. The tab should come right on through. Like that. Same thing on this side. Pull out, down. The tab should come on through. Pull this down. Now there's a button right here on the left. You can pull up on that button, pull this thing out, and it's kind of like getting a VCR tape out. You can see your old air filter coming out. Ooh, this one looks pretty nasty. This one will look much better. Okay, I pulled this out of the package. Go ahead and slide it right back in. This would be even easier to use two hands. This thing will snap in on the left, over here. Push this in. And then it's just a matter of bringing these up, pushing them, pushing the clips back in. And there you have it. I'll now be able to breathe clean air in my car, and I didn't have to pay a bunch of money for the dealer to do that. Thanks.
Here's this Maytag 10,000 BTU air conditioner that I picked up from the scrapyard today. My buddy down there just gave it to me, and I opened it up already because everything inside was completely cockeyed and kind of bent, and I fixed that, but it's seen a lot better days. I think this thing's just about had it. Look at that coil. Just look at it. Take it all in. Just take it all in. But then this down here, it's a shame that evaporator was bent to hell when I got it. It's still pretty bad. I couldn't get it all the way out, but damn. I'm gonna see if I can fix this thing, because 10,000 BTUs, that'd be pretty nice. But worst comes to worst, I'll just recover it, strip it down and send it back. He said he'd pay me for it, so I got my EPA 608 certification finally, so I can use the recovery machine that's been sitting in the garage forever. Yeah, but that's her. It's got about a pound of R22 in it though, so cover that. It's still good. The compressor's not seized or burnt out, so it's not garbage refrigerant, but whatever. Let's see if I can get another take of it after I clean it up. Well, now it's clean. Well, as clean as I could get it. But, I just noticed this thing must have been dropped hard. The whole condenser coil, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, it's just kind of slanted to the left a little bit. So it was just dropped on a corner hard. Oh well, poor thing. I'll see if I can use it in garage or something, but I mean, it does cool, not well, but it does cool. Evaporator's clean now. I've never seen that much dirt build up in an evaporator either. Where it was unhappy before, now I just think it's kind of wet and unhappy. Didn't get the controls wet though, so I think it might be happy about that. I can't put that back in because it rubs too much, so it's not going to have proper heat rejection. It'll wear on the compressor pretty bad, but I'll see what I can do with it. Like I said, poor thing. It isn't even that old. It's got digital controls and everything. Didn't really get much of a chance at life at all. Well, I'm going to keep working on it. Well, here she is. I just hit her with about... Well, I just hit it with like a ton of car wash. Because I noticed there was some green shit stuck to the bottom of that coil. So, I hit it with a ton of car wash. Rinsed the hell out of it so there's no more foam left in it. Excuse the car stereo, by the way. And took the control box out so I could quite literally rinse out the whole thing. But I think the lesson we can all learn here is clean your air conditioners, because this is one of the worst ones I've seen. Because even the first part that you saw when it was all covered in dust, that was after me scrubbing it a bit with just a dry brush, where a lot came off. In fact, there's a whole ton of it right there that I just scratched off with a dry brush. There's some more over there. But the lesson here is clean your air conditioners. You don't have to know. Like, even if you don't do it every year, do it every 2 years. Because I'm not going to say I'm the stellar air conditioner owner that cleans his air conditioner every year, because there have been some years that I've missed. But I get people, and I'm not being mean here, but I work out at a restaurant right now, along with servicing units. I get mostly girls. I'm not being mean, but mostly girls bring window units to me, and they're like, "Well, this thing's not cooling. Can you help me out here?" And the first thing I do, and most of the time that fixes it outright, is pop the thing open and clean it, because it's just they get so much shit caught up in them, and they just don't cool at all. If there was ever a unit to feel sorry for, it's this one, because honestly, it's not that old. I looked at the data. It's a 2005. I mean, it's 7 years old, but that's not old compared to nearly all of them that I have. I have some that are 20, 30 years old. But it smelled, I opened it up and it smelled like it was used in like a commercial property, like a pizza shop almost, because it had like that kind of like baking smell to it. It was probably an in-wall unit that never got pulled out to clean, and it just got dumped off, smashed real hard on the ground just because it needed a good cleaning. And I tested it out already, plugged the control box in just for a few seconds, and it even sounds better after I clean it, because there's more airflow going through the coils to cool them down. And the thing is you're going to say, "Oh, well, I don't know what's in an air conditioner. I don't know how to clean it." When you clean your car, do you know exactly every part that's in your car? No. You don't have to know exactly what's in an air conditioner to clean an air conditioner. It's about 6 screws. Pop the outside cover off and just hose it out. You don't have to use soap. Just use common sense. Don't get your controls all soaking wet. And if you do, let them dry out. Don't chop anything, obviously, or jar it around too much, but it's not hard to clean an air conditioner. You don't have to know what's in it. Anybody can really do it. And I'm sure I'm going to get some people that disagree with me, but hey, can't agree on everything. But there she is. I'm going to get her all put back together now, dry it out, and hopefully we'll have a good running 10,000 BTU air conditioner for free. Well, here she is, all cleaned and finished. Cools just fine now. It was just so dirty that it was just killing it. You'll notice a few things are missing. There actually is good airflow through that condenser without the guard on it. You'll notice that a few things are missing because they were just bent out of shape. One is that baffle, which you can't see. And another thing is the little plate that protects the coils from vandals and the elements and stuff, that's gone. That just never came with it. And just getting rid of that last little piece. It is exactly what I thought it is. It's a rebadged fetters. Because I was looking at it, that front looks awful lot like a lot of fetters units I've seen. But there it is, happy, sitting on top of the Ecolab bucket. Side curtains still need to be cleaned out a bit, but it'll all come in time.